So I recently saw a documentary called Batkid Begins, The Wish Heard Around the World at the Chicago Critics Film Festival up at the Music Box Theater here in Chicago. And I don't know how you wouldn't know about this story, but just in case you don't, this documentary revisits the events that occurred on November 15, 2013, where San Francisco was turned into Gotham City by the Make-A-Wish Foundation for a child that was diagnosed with leukemia, whose only request was to be Batkid for a day. And this documentary shows all kinds of unseen footage before, during, and after that day. And it really flushes out what was involved with making this day happen and what did it mean to everyone involved. And I know your first question, because I'm sure it was my first question. Yes, Miles Scott is in remission, and from everything I've read, he seems to be doing very well. And at the screening of the movie, the producer was actually there to kind of introduce the movie, and he described it as one of the most heartwarming movies you'll ever see. I mean, seriously, that is a bold statement. And at the same time, while yes, this is truly a heartwarming story, no disagreement there, no argument there whatsoever, it's not about whether this is a heartwarming story, it's about, does this documentary capture it effectively? Yeah, it does. It does. It really does. Within like 8 minutes, I was getting misty. I was like, God, already? Jesus. Oh, come on, guys, you're killing me. And one thing I really loved about this is this was not meant to be a tearjerker. It wasn't being exploitative. It wasn't trying to be a Lifetime Channel movie. That leads me to another thing. This movie was genuinely funny. Like a lot of the time, more often than not, it was just funny because it focuses on everyone involved. In fact, the Make-A-Wish Foundation people involved were almost the main focus of 60 to 70% of this. And listening to their story and what they had to go through to put on this incredible thing, it was stressful as hell for these people. It was really funny to hear. I mean, it sounds terrible, but it was funny. Even they were laughing. I'll tell you this much, the people involved in the project had no idea that it was going to be as big as it was going to be. And their story is the most fascinating part. For me, that's what I was hoping to get out of this documentary, is what went into the making of this. And when this onslaught of followers came and just showed up in San Francisco, were they ready for it? I mean, these are questions I had, and they cover this. Everything you wanted to know about the behind the scenes of what went on that day and the months preceding it and the months after, it captures all that for you. If that's what you want, you get that out of this documentary. Also, at the core of this documentary is the relationship between Batkid and Batman. The day before the event, Miles Scott was put through a superhero training course with a guy named Eric Johnston. And essentially, it was just a mock run-through of everything, all the obstacle courses and things like that Batkid was going to be going through the next day, unbeknownst to Batkid. And his trainer, Eric Johnston, played Batman, who called upon him on November 15th to save the city. But watching their relationship grow from the day before to actually the day where he becomes Batkid, and to see Miles, who's generally a very shy child who has really gone through so much and lost a lot of his childhood, to see him embrace the situation with a person he trusts, it's special. And to really take this kid under his wing, man, I want to buy this Eric Johnston a beer or whatever he wants. I want to get him something. Seriously, guys, this is one of those movies that you have those times in life when you're just like, man, you kind of lose hope in humanity, something like that. This is one of those movies where you go, no, there's hope. There's still hope. I don't know. I think Russ said that better in True Detective. But all in all, I am so happy I saw this in theaters, and I could wait to see this again when I will buy this. I will totally buy this whenever it comes out. At the same time, if it comes out in theaters, I am definitely seeing it in theaters, because this is a group experience. When you can hear everyone laughing and you hear people sniffling and crying, and you can't help but just melt when you see this movie. But when you're seeing it with everyone else who's having the same reaction, it just amplifies the experience. So I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5. Anyways, guys, those are my thoughts. Take it or leave it. But what do you guys think? Are you interested in seeing this? And if you had one day to be a superhero, what would it be? Let's go with that one. That's always a fun question, right? I appreciate you guys watching. If you like this, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, whatever you like, and let's do this again soon, all right? I'll check you later.
Check you later. Check you later.
Hey man, get off my case.
Oh man. Chicks don't want to hear that shit.